Hey everyone, welcome to Deep Stretch. For this class, you will need a soft blanket or even two soft blankets because we're going to be doing froggy and we'll want to place something soft underneath our knees and possibly a yoga block. If you don't have a yoga block, that's fine. You can also use maybe get creative. You can use a book or just something elevated. But mostly we're going to be using just our own body and not that many props. So we're going to begin on all fours. And we're just going to start by arching and rounding our back. And imagine your spine is like a skipping rope. So we're dropping our belly button down towards the ground, bringing it up, rounding our back. Drop the belly button down, coming up, rounding the back. So you're going in one rotation in one direction. And you can also add the head into it if that feels good. If it requires too much thinking and coordination, just do the back. And let's go in the other direction, dropping the belly button down, rounding the spine, arching and rounding. Okay, so now we're going to sit back and we're going to move our hips to the left, down, and bringing them back on the right. So you're drawing the circle with the hips. And now let's go the other way. So again, this time we go to the right, you're doing a circle. Great, okay, you're gonna sit back in child's pose, and then from here, we're gonna round our back, and nice and slow, lower the hips down. See if you can bring the shoulders back, chin up, and then push yourself back into a child's pose. And again, repeat, round your spine, lower it down. If this feels uncomfortable, feel free to position the hands further away from you. Child's pose. So we're just going from child's pose to cobra. When you're in cobra, try to pull the shoulders back, open the chest a little bit more each time. We're going to do this 5 more times. Let's go. 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to hold the cobra, but bring your hands further forward. If this is uncomfortable, you can also do this on your elbows. Open up the hands, bend one leg towards you, and then the other leg towards you, looking over the shoulder. All right, come down onto an elbow, pull your foot in nice and gentle, and then kick away. Pull in, kick away. And then just hold. Other leg, pull it in and kick away nice and gentle. You don't want to yank your foot towards you. We're not fighting against our bodies. And then hold. Good. Okay, we're going to come onto our back. Arms to the side, and we're going to lift our hips up. And similar to what we were doing before, we're going to do rotation with the hips, but this time we're going down towards the ground and back up, down towards the ground and back up. So I'm moving my hips over to the left, bringing it down, back up on the right, and continue. Feel free to lift the toes off the ground if that feels good. Open the knees, open the feet, whatever feels comfortable and accessible for you and your body. But let's go in the other direction. So this time I'm going down on the right, up on the left. Good, okay. And now we're just gonna bring the hips down for a moment. Bring the heels close to the fingers. And we're just gonna lift up and down. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it down. Amazing, good. You're gonna take one leg up. We're going to bend and straighten that leg. Just go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg, bend and straighten for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change legs again. We're going to have that leg straight. We go up and down. When we lift the leg, we kick the leg towards us. We're going to try and lift our hips just up a little bit, like so. And we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Changing legs, kicking up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Change legs again. And we're just going to try and catch the leg. Now, if you can't grab your leg, feel free to use like a belt or a band or something that you can use to help pull your leg in, or you can even bring your fingers down to the calf rather than the ankle, whatever feels good for you. All right, and we're just gonna hold and breathe for a moment. If you're really stiff, if your hamstrings are feeling cranky, you can bend the knee just a little bit, a little micro bend, and then straighten. Bend and straighten. Good, let's catch the other leg. And the same as before, if you're feeling stiff, bend and straighten the leg. It helps loosen up the hamstrings a little bit. Okay, good. We're gonna bring the bottoms of our feet together in a butterfly position. We're gonna take the arms down by our side, shoulders are relaxed. We're gonna lift our hips up and down. When you lift your hips, try to open up the knees. Don't let the knees close, okay? Keeping the knees and the hips open. We go up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now lift and hold for 5. Squeeze your butt. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Bounce the knees gently. And breathe. All right, from here, we're gonna keep the knees and hips open. The big toes will touch, and we're gonna bend and straighten the legs. Again, you wanna try and straighten as much as you can, really squeeze those legs when you're gonna straighten. And we're doing 5, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now straight legs, and just hold it. You can do little bounces. We're trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. Good, bring the bottoms of the feet together, breathe. Good, close the knees, lift the legs up. We're gonna open and close the legs. Yeah, trying to keep them straight, toes pointed, arms to the side. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Breathe. Good, you're gonna bend the knees, reach for your heels from the insides of the legs, so not here, but here. And then push your knees down. You can rock side to side. Good, and now we're gonna straighten one leg, back, straighten the other. If this is too much for you, you can continue just bending the knees or just straighten a little bit. Don't worry if it's not completely straight. And if it's too easy for you, if you want something a little bit more challenging, you can try straightening both legs and then bend and straighten and bend. Only if that feels okay for you. Choose your option, one at a time or both. Awesome. Okay, just shake the legs and move the knees side to side. We're gonna grab underneath our legs to come up and turn. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna take one arm, palm facing in, and I'm pushing my armpit towards the mat. I wanna keep my butt above the knees. So I don't wanna sit back like this, okay? Keep a straight line from your knees to your butt, and think about pulling your hips back. So we're stretching the lats here. Good, and the other arm, palm facing in. Good, and now place both hands in front of you, hands close together, butt above the knees. Inhale, and long exhale, looking straight ahead, dropping the chest down to the mat. And then slowly coming down. Okay, we're going to take one hand, palm down, by your side. You're going to bend the opposite leg, and we're going to twist. Bringing that foot down towards the ground. You can rest your head here. And if you want something more challenging, bring the other hand behind you and clasp the fingers together. Otherwise, you can just hold on here, keeping your hand on the ground. And breathe. All right, let's go to the other side. So arm is palm down by my side. I bend my opposite leg and I twist, resting my head down. Optional, you can bring the other hand behind and clasp the hands together. And slowly back onto our stomach. So for the next exercise, you have two options. Option one, hands are by your ears. Option two, hands are behind you, fingers together. This one might be a little bit harder. Try both, see what you like. So I'm gonna start with this one. We're doing 2 rounds. So the first round I'm gonna do this, and the second round I'm gonna do this. So I have my hands by my ears, my feet remain on the ground. I'm gonna lift my chest up and squeeze my elbows close together. I'm gonna go 10 times, and it's really important you focus on your upper back, not your lower back. So you're not aiming to go very high here. Focus on pulling the elbows closer together as you lift, and keep the feet on the ground. Okay, let's go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the hands down and push. Breathe, and feel free to walk the hands forward if that feels more comfortable. Shoulders down. You can even stay on your elbows if you want. All right, come on down. Let's do one more. So either hands by your ears, not holding your head, okay? Just like this. Or fingers together behind you. If you have fingers together, think about lifting the chest even higher, like you want your hands to go in between the legs, okay? And let's do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the hands down, roll the shoulders back, push up. Feel free to wiggle your hips side to side and breathe. Good. Flex the feet, lift your butt up, drop the head, coming into a downward dog. We're going to bend one knee, then the other, pressing one heel into the mat, then the other. One heel into the mat, and then the other. Open the feet wider than your mat, keeping the arms straight, hands close together. You're going to look in between your legs and just bounce, trying to push the top of your head down towards the mat. If it feels nice, you can even just hold it here, trying to push the top of your head down. Looking in between the legs. Breathe, lifting your tailbone up. All right, we're gonna reach for the opposite ankle. Now, if you can't reach for your ankle, you can come a little bit closer or just bring the hand down in that general direction, okay? And look up. So if you can't grab the ankle, you can just place the hand down like this. Let's grab the other ankle. Looking up at the ceiling. And you use your front hand to push. Lift your butt up. Amazing, good. Okay, we're gonna, I'm turning this way, turn the toes out. We're gonna bend the knees, try to get the knees going out and up. If you can't place your hands on the ground, you can grab a block or even like a low stool will be handy. Just something that you can, something sturdy that you can place your hands on is fine. And we bend and straighten. Again, knees going out. You can widen the feet as much as you need to. Good, and then we're gonna, might want to bring the feet a bit closer together now because we're gonna come down into like a sumo squat. Trying to get the heels down, and we're gonna rock side to side. Coming onto your tiptoes a little bit, lifting one heel then the other. Awesome, all right. We're gonna come into a lunge, and again, you can use a yoga block to help you here. And if you don't have a yoga block, like I said, anything sturdy and elevated will work. So I have my right leg in front. I'm grabbing the block with my left hand, so opposite. And we're just thinking about sinking our hip down. Breathe. Good. Okay, so from here, you're going to go down onto your elbows. If you can't go down onto your elbows, you can go down just onto the opposite elbow. And we're going to bring our inside arm. So if you have right foot in front, it's the same hand. Up. Looking up at the ceiling. See if that top hand can go back. Now, optional, you could bend the leg and grab the foot, thumb pointing up. If that's too much, I just want you to focus on opening up the chest. I'll show you from here, actually. So you can just focus on doing like little pulses to open up the chest and the front of the shoulder. Like that is quite nice. Or once you're comfortable, you can grab your back foot, only if you feel okay. And what's important is that your hips are low. So I don't come up to grab my foot. Stay low, bring the foot to your hand, and breathe. And remember, if you're grabbing the foot, it's thumb pointing up. It's not like this, because this will close the shoulder. We want to open it up. Feel free to move this foot diagonal, okay? So the front foot can move, turn to the side a bit. Good, and release. Okay, we're gonna do the other leg. Big step forward, coming into a lunge. And we're just sinking the hip down. Try to keep the shoulders back. Okay, and we're gonna go down onto our elbows. And same as before, we're gonna reach that arm up. Breathe. And if you're able, you can bend the back leg and reach for the foot. Sink the hips down. And release. Good. All right, just take a moment, sit back, wiggle the hips. Okay, we're gonna do a little stretch for the neck before we move on to our straddles and hips. So for this exercise, you can place a cushion on the mat if you want something soft. I'm a masochist, so I don't do that. I just put my chin on the mat. See what feels good for you, okay? So I'm gonna show you the stretch first. I'm gonna take off the microphone actually. Here. And there are modifications for this, okay? So the first one we would do actually is you're gonna come down. I'm gonna put the microphone down here. You're just gonna bring your chest down. So you're just gonna bring your chest down like so. If that's too difficult, you can even start here, lying down, hands under the shoulders, and you're gonna flex your feet, get your chin on the ground, okay, keep it on the ground, and you're gonna very slowly start lifting your butt up and walking your knees in to where you feel, I want to say comfortable, but to be honest, this isn't going to be very comfortable, but to where you feel like you can still breathe, okay? Don't go too far. You don't want to like push anything too quickly, especially in this weird position. So make sure you're always able to continue your breath, okay? From here, you keep scrunching up like a caterpillar and keeping your chest on the ground. And get it comfy here first. Breathe through your nose. So you can either start completely lying down on your stomach, or you can lower yourself down. Requires a bit of arm strength, okay? So I'm looking straight ahead, and I want this part of my chin to come to the ground and my chest as well. So hands here. When I come down, I keep my elbows close to my ribs. I don't open up my arms like chicken wings, okay? So from here, elbows close, looking straight ahead. Here. Then you can position the hands closer to like your rib cage, keeping the elbows in, so not open. And breathe through your nose. Okay, and if it feels okay too, you can bring the knees in a little bit more. And I like using my hands, I gently push this way. Very gentle, okay? Because that's going to intensify the stretch. And you want a lot of pressure on the ground from the chest. So the chest is firmly planted on the ground. If you're all right here, you're going to take one arm and extend it, fingers pointing away from you, and then the other arm as well. And you kind of pull in. Bring the knees a bit closer together and breathe through your nose. If this doesn't feel good for you, you're not going to do this, okay? If you were okay here, or you've done these before and you want to take it one step further, you can straighten one leg behind you and lift it up and do like little pulses. What's important here is like when you lift that leg up, you don't wobble to the side. You need to be extremely comfortable here, firmly planted. This is your base. It needs to be solid before lifting one leg up and then maybe the other leg. Okay. And slowly out of it. Okay, just move your head from shoulder to shoulder because that was quite intense. Arch around your back. What I like to do is, I do these in the morning because it's a really nice neck stretch, is I drop my ear to one shoulder. This shoulder is down. You can even stretch this arm out. Okay, you're gonna feel the stretch along your traps and neck. And I just bring my chin up and down. I rock it up and down whilst straightening this arm. So feel a really deep stretch over here. Especially if you do pole, your traps are going to be huge and stiff. So we want to try to stretch them out. It's very difficult to stretch your trap muscles though. It's hard to find a really good stretch for them. And then the other side, straighten this arm, head to the side, I go up and down. Okay, let's move on to our hips. So get your blankets or cushions ready. We're gonna start just lifting one knee out to the side. Okay, other leg out to the side. Okay, and now straight leg up and down. Other leg. Amazing. Okay, so now I'm gonna fold up my mat. And I'm gonna have, you have two options actually for this, either the mat and the blanket. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going into froggy and I'm just gonna slide out like this. Or if you have two cushions or two blankets, just be careful if you do it this way, that you don't slide out too much. One knee on each blanket, both knees on the blankets, and you're gonna slide them out. I actually prefer this way, so I'm gonna do this. Make sure whatever you're using is soft enough for your knees, and you're gonna come down onto your elbows. And my legs are at 90 degrees, so I'll show you from the side, just cleaning the floor here. I'm like this, I'm not like this. A lot of people, when they do this, they try to escape the stretch and they go forwards, but you're not really doing anything here, so why bother? So instead, stay here, okay? Breathe. Think about something nice. You can even push your butt back a little bit, and we want to keep an arch in our lower back, okay? So you do want to stick your butt out, basically, and keep your back arched. That's going to help open up the hips in this position a bit more. Just breathe. Okay, come up onto the hands, but hold the position with the legs. Arch your back, shoulders back. If you have something you can place your hands on, like a, I don't know, the sofa or a chair or just something that could feel really nice here, because you can like lean your elbows on it. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to use your strength and push. All right, very slowly close the knees. And now we're gonna take one ankle out. Careful here, okay? This can be intense. You wanna make sure the foot is in line with the knee, that it's not going forward or back, okay? There's a straight line here. We go down onto our elbows. Breathe. Enjoy. All right, very, very, very slowly. Let's do the other leg. I'm just gonna move this mat out of the way. Okay, so ankle or foot, slide it out. I'm actually gonna grab this block. Yeah, so again, you can play around. You can stay up here if that feels nice, keeping the chest up. But again, you want to keep your turning so you can see your lower back arched. And sometimes it feels nice to like grab onto something to lift your chest up and sink the hips down. Or if you're tired, you can stay on your elbows. I actually prefer staying propped up. All right, and very, very, very slowly bring that leg back in. Okay. So we're going to open up our knees and legs, and we're going to bring one knee to center, other knee to center. Okay, we're just going to finish with a gentle twist. Cross the right leg over, left elbow to the outside. So it's opposite elbow to the knee. This free hand goes behind your hips and turn away. Looking behind you. All right, slowly unravel, changing the legs, opposite elbow to the outside of the knee, other hand behind your hips, and look behind you. And then slowly come back. Center, you can reach forward, wiggle side to side a little bit, and feel free to hold this last stretch for as long as you'd like. But that's it for today. I hope your body is feeling a little bit bendier. I hope you're feeling good. Thanks for spending some time with me, and I'll see you in the next class.